Here's the original light fixture that was installed in the mobile home, and it used to have a glass diffuser or whatever put over top of that, but that's long gone, even before we got here. So I'm just going to remove this old fixture because we're going to replace it with a pull chain with an outlet on it. The reason I'm adding the outlet is because the rope lighting we're going to install in the shelving is going to plug into this outlet right here. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, that outlet right there on the porcelain fixture. So that'll be a nice option for us to be able to just turn the light switch on that we just installed on the wall there, and be able to turn the rope lighting on, this light on, and also the new light that I'll show you I'm going to wire up and install here in just a minute. So you see I unwired the neutrals, they're all tied together, and the hot wire that comes back from the switch, or the switch leg coming back from the switch, is right here. So what we don't want to do is have this new fixture hot all the time. So those are all tied up behind this wire nut right here, and we're going to leave those in there. So here's the new wiring for the new light we're going to install, and that all needs to be tied together too while we're in here. So we've got our porcelain fixture here, and just going to use the ground there to loop around the ground terminal, and use these needle nose to kind of squeeze it all together, because don't have a whole lot of room inside of here in this box for a lot of extra wire nuts and pigtails and everything, and that'll give me enough to tap into for the ground going to the light over here. So that's all together there. And so what I have here, I need to push that wire back in there because that's where that needs to be. I need to strip off this neutral here and strip the black back, because these will get turned on when the light switch turns on. That's taking care of that. So I've got my pigtails made up here from black and white wire. So this black wire and white wire go together, and then this neutral, or these two grounds go together, so that the light fixture that's mounted in the center of the ceiling, the new light fixture, will be grounded. So that's taking care of that. Here's our neutral. Let's go ahead and do those. I've got all these neutrals going together, so those are twisted already. So I'm just going to lay these in right beside all that, tighten all that up. So the idea behind the neutral is this will go to the porcelain fixture, that will carry the neutral to the new light fixture, and then the black wire, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to tie all three of these together. So the black wire leaving to the new light fixture will be switched on and off with the light switch, and this porcelain fixture will be switched on and off with the light switch, and the outlet will be switched on and off with the light switch. So now that we have all that tied up, I'm going to cap off this red wire again, because I used 14.3, and I don't know, it'd be nice if I needed to add an outlet in the ceiling or something over here. I can use that red wire as a switch leg, and the black wire as a hot, or vice versa, or whatever I wanted to do. So now all I have to do is tie in the black wire here to the brass terminal, and the white wire to the silver terminal. So we'll make our little loops there. We got our screwdriver ready. So we already have our ground hooked up. So we're going to put our neutral wire on there, tighten that up, just like that. And then we're going to put our black wire on here. We're going to tighten that up. Without it sliding out of there. There we go. Alright. So we got all that. That's all the connections for this light fixture. Now, the other problem is the bolt pattern for these two screws are kind of skinny. So we need to punch out these other porcelain knockouts right here. So I'm just going to use the screwdriver, kind of rest it up on there. Then I'm going to use my dikes to tap it. It'll pop right out of there. Just like that. Perfect. So now the tricky part of shoving all this wire back inside of here starts. So I want to start with what's behind there first. That's kind of the deepest. And then put this new stuff right there, and then there we go. So just like that, our new light fixture is installed. So now I'm going to get a drill and a bit. What you don't want to do is tighten up this porcelain too much, but we can get it close with the drill and maybe finish it up by hand. Just like that. So we have our screwdriver here. So there we go, and that's nice and tight. And now that's nice and tight. Alright, so that's in. That's done. Next up, we're going to go wire up the new light fixture. So it's a 1 foot by 4 foot. You can see that there. And then here we're going to open up this box so you can see what we got. So this is the light fixture here. It's only an inch thick. So I wanted something that was going to be flush mount. And we like a warm white kind of look when it comes to the lighting. So here's the back of it and how it mounts. If this is anything similar to what we've got before there, it's this plate comes off of here, mounts to the ceiling, and then the light fixture clips into it sideways. That's why they have these cable ties on there. So we're gonna clip those off and get this plate off and get it ready. So you can see here, these edges are sharp, so be careful. So here's the plate that mounts on the ceiling. So let's go ahead and get this installed. Well, there's the new light installed there. It was really hard for me to kind of video that because of the angle that I had to be at to get it all wired up, but just follow the instructions that are in the box there. They were really helpful. That's about it. I mean, the tricky part was letting it hang there off of the cable, but they supplied a really nice hook that hooks onto the metal bracket that mounts onto the ceiling, and you just let the light hang there and wire it up color for color, black to black, white to white, and green to ground. So that about does it for the electrical, except for putting the cover plates on. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward with patching the walls up and getting those ready to paint.